So I haven't been able to skate in the last few months. I got sick. This whole COVID thing happened. I just emotionally, I just wasn't into it. Dealing with some back pain, and work has been crazy. But today, fuck around a little bit, see what happens, see if I can still do anything. Before everything, I made a few modifications to my skates, so let's see if those modifications help. Yeah, that's it. See what happens. All right, so after a brief session in this Florida humidity, I thought I'd give us some up close shots of my skates and how I skate them. This is not for everyone. I'm not recommending you do any of these modifications unless you fully trust yourself. I am not responsible for any fucked up skates out there. First mod I did was the UHMW heel wing. It's just in remembrance of, the 50-50 juice plate. And, I had a pair of Swindlers with the mechanism heel plate on it, and I fucking loved that setup. So I thought, why not bring it back, have some fun. I think I'm going to do a front one, but very minimal, just kind of like in there, just very slim, but we'll see about that. So I ride the 55 millimeter Conjure flat wheels on the Mega frame. And I know it's a super tiny wheel, but it works. It works with a little bit of modification. I don't modify the outside wall, but I'm thinking of modifying it. But I do modify the inside wall. So I take a little bit of material away just to give me a little bit more wheel grip when I'm pumping. So I'm thinking of doing it on the outside wall too, because you can fucking slide so easily on it. Like if you turn like just a little too sharply, like it fucking catches and you slip out. So I think I'm going to remove a little bit of material from that. That was the second modification I've done to this skate. The third modification that's on the fourth variation is actually this lace tie, which is not really a lace tie. So I took this off of one of my old snowboard liners. So this is great because it's not just cinching down the liner, like squeezing your foot down. I actually have it looping. There's 2 holes on here, about here, and 2 holes back here. So the lace is actually going inside and then outside the shell and then crossing over and then back around. So, as you pull it down, if anyone skis or snowboards out there, you know how like you cinch this down and it actually pulls your heel and foot down and keeps it in place. So I've had this done with just shoestrings looped through, but then I was just like, you know what? I'm never going to use these old liners. Just cut this off and mount them on here. This is a really cool modification. Still, I don't recommend doing anything you don't think you can do, but this is a really good one because I used to skate shadows, and just having that heel locked down, it was amazing. So this kind of gives that same feeling without altering the outside of the skate with like putting a 45-degree strap, you know, and just changing the look of it. Like, this is really nice. It's hidden. It works really great. The fourth modification is actually another modification to the sole frame. So I took about like an 1/8 inch material away from the inside of the frame, sole frame here, so my frame can mount higher, and the lining of the groove, the angle would be, you know, more, you know, for my liking. So like this frame's still pretty brand new, this sole frame's still pretty brand new, and now it's, with that bit of material taken away, it's like such a sweet angle, you know, because this frame's a little taller, so beautiful angle. And I know it's just, you know, I fucking do all this bullshit because like I used to skate anti, and now I'm riding flat, and this frame is amazing, you know, for flat riding. I think it's great. It's such a big space, especially with these tiny wheels, you know, it's great. And, you know, having that taller frame, you know, I'm sorry, I can bend my knees and everything, but it didn't feel natural. So taking that little bit of material away made that angle just feel way more natural to me. If Ground Control ever decides to release a Featherlight frame with a big block in it, that would be amazing, because that would be the sickest setup like ever. Then I wouldn't have to route that material away, or I could just fucking get used to it, but I'm not going to do that. Another just thing I did was actually took a Dremel and I routed this hump away to make it look more like the 909. So I would say this is like a 908.2. So like, you know, if they kept that same, if they just got rid of that line and kept that hump and that texture there. Another stupid thing I did was just, I filled in these spaces here with some leftover plastic. So yeah, like far away, can't tell, but fucking close, you're like, that looks like some busted ass shit. Another fun look thing is I actually made some little lace locks here. I don't know what these things are called, lace plates or whatever. So I was actually going to drill into it, but as soon as I put that little hole there, I was like, nah, fuck that. So I got some rectangle tubing, and I just fucking concrete glued that shit on there, and looked cool. I don't know, just, you know, another little logo thing. Yeah. So those are like all the modifications I've done to the skate. Hopefully they all made sense. I tried filming this a bunch of times, and this is the last time, so I'm not doing it again. So yeah, big ass wing, routed some material away from here, routed some material away from there. If you want, I'll fucking definitely take all this apart and show you how I looped everything through. Frame bolts are now going through the whole skate to lock it all down. Yeah, and I don't know. I like them skates. They're nice. I got some 909s coming, so I figured try to get back into skating and, you know, beat these up. Make it worth my while for those new white 909s. All right, well, the wife is harassing me to get home, so I'm gonna head home. Later.